I'm my own enemy. On my worst days, you can never get rid of me. On my worst days, you can never get rid of me. If you wanna test me, you can get it. Got no time for the gimmicks. I ain't gonna play with you. I'm a beast in the game. Gonna remember my name. I can never be tame. We are not the same. The trip, yeah, drip off my chain. You know I'ma make your head bang. I do it for my hometown, DC, Northeast. Where them gorillas be? Do you think that you're ready for me? Cause I know that I'm ready for you. You can never, you can never, you can never. Ay. That you're ready for me, cause I know that I'm ready for you. You can never, man, y'all ain't ready for it. Welcome to the ozone. Hey, any, many, money, mo. Catch a hater by the throat. Apply the pressure, don't let them go. Any, many, money, mo. I know you want my spot, but you cannot have it. Just stay on the bench, cause I am the captain. Hey, I can never fall. Timber, I'm a god, I'm a goat, I'll forever be dope. Hold up. I can never fall. Timber, I'm a god, I'm a goat, I'll forever be dope. All you haters come together like a symphony. You don't wanna end up on the news as a tragedy. I'm my own enemy on my worst day.
What is up, Ramblers? Welcome back to the Royal Ramble. I'm your... I guess I'll be a host. Hell, I don't know. I'm here, John Covey Cole. I'm here with Lyndon Childers, Sonny Salem, and the champion, Tommy Thomason. How's everybody doing tonight?
Awesome.
I'm doing all right. Not too bad.
What about you, champ? Yeah, I can't hear you, bud. I don't know what happened. Technical difficulties has arose. I'm gonna fix it though. Wait, maybe I might just leave it like this. That might be all right. What do you think, Tommy? You be all right? You just sit there and hold the title and maybe get you a JCC sign to represent. Oh, looky there. Right there. I just made the show so much better. I apologize. We've been having some technical difficulties here lately for whatever reason. But old Dad gonna fix them. Tommy, can you hear me now? You got people climbing through your wall, son. Tommy, can you hear me?
You got me on mute?
Can you hear me,
Yes.
Tommy? All right, it's about time. Good night.
Yeah, it said I was on mute.
He was not on mute. He was lying to you. Don't listen to the liars, Tommy.
Now you see my ceiling.
I gotta figure out which one you is.
Oh, Lordy.
Anyway, now that we got that shenanigans out of the way, we just had Elimination Chamber. All rise, says the judge. She's in the house. Pig got his tongue. Yep. Pig had the chicken's tongue. Kelly McCourt in the chat said, "What up, John? How you doing, Kelly?" So, we had an Elimination Chamber. We had some matches. I seen that New Japan had a match over the weekend, and Mercedes Moné ain't quite worth her paycheck. I heard she wrestled a good match. Supposedly, I don't know. I didn't watch it. So I'm not going to do the pros and cons this week, guys. We're just going to kind of bounce all over the place and talk about stuff. We're going to get back to what this show was intended to be, and that is not so much of a format, just wrestling fans rambling about wrestling. So let's dive in. Where you guys want to start?
I say we start with, the obvious of good old Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Hey, all right.
I was going to say, that's the elephant in the room. We might as well talk about it.
Absolutely.
I do want to say this. I love that Montreal crowd. They deserve more pay-per-views in Montreal.
They are a little
They need
rambunctious.
WrestleMania.
They don't need no
Yes.
WrestleMania.
Yes.
Come on,
Uh,
man.
No, Montreal
they
needs
do.
a WrestleMania because us fans, oh my goodness,
How far are you from Montreal, Sonny?
About 20 some odd hours.
Woo-hoo. Nice little trek then, huh?
Absolutely.
So what you're saying is, even if they come to Montreal for WrestleMania, you're probably not going.
I would go to
that's a
that.
20.
Would you?
Absolutely.
Hey,
I'm
that'd be worth the 20-hour drive.
I'm gonna text Triple H right now and tell him that you said you come if they showed up.
Absolutely. That'd be worth the drive.
That'd be a 2-hour plane ride, though. It would be.
Sonny's gonna drive. She likes to party. She's gonna drive and make a month out of it and just explore.
Oh, that's too easy.
Hey, our buddy Ben
Do
Cliff
like
is in the
him.
chat. Ben Cliff says, just want to say, since the beginning of this new year, WWE have got pretty much everything right. Both pay-per-views have been awesome. That's your boy Triple H, man. I'm telling you this. If he gets to stay in control, which they may already be, but AEW is going to be screwed, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing to really save AEW right now. Even they brought Punk back again.
What's up, Ramblers? Says Kenny Dunn. What's up, my man? Nice to see you in the chat.
Yeah, I haven't seen Kenny Dunn in a while.
Yeah, last couple weeks he's been on the road working, I believe. I was trying to bring him in for the Royal Rumble, but he was caught up with work. And he said that Mike Wills is lucky, too, because he'd have thumped that head. I'm just saying. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I understand that.
Since we're talking about the Chamber, how about the superstar of their future, Mr. Montez Ford, diving off the cage like Spider-Man? What the hell was that? That was badass.
It was in there.
I-
They had
I-
a couple
I-
good ones.
Is that Lyndon?
No, I really hope this starts a push for Montez Ford. Because I would actually really like to see him versus Theory at Mania for the U.S. title.
Do you think that we're going to get a breakup of Private Party 2.0, or are they just
Nah.
going to split ways?
Or they do
Have
just
no clue
like
at this
Hang on, Tommy. I was talking to Lennon.
It like I said, it all depends on how they want to push Montez, and then going from there, I guess you can have them split. But I mean,
Well, I
that'll be
think obviously in every tag team, Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong, but you always have Shawn Michaels and you always have Marty Jannetty. I cannot think of anything off the top of my head that contradicts that rule, but obviously Dawkins is the Marty Jannetty, and he's a good wrestler.
Oh yeah,
He's grown a lot in the last 5 years. When he first came around, I couldn't stand him, but I liked some things that he changed, and he's tolerable, but he's not the star of the group.
no.
Yeah, it's definitely always been Montez.
Lyndon, I'm gonna jump on you too. I was talking to Tommy that time.
Sorry.
In case you ramblers are curious as to why I'm being such a dick, because I'm never a dick, right?
What?
It's newsflash right here on the Royal Ramble. we are having some lagging issues for whatever reason. So Lyndon, Tommy, and Sonny are all like a second and a half to 2 seconds behind me. And it doesn't seem like much unless you're trying to have a conversation. Then it's a lot. Then you got people stepping on top of people, and then everybody's like, well, I don't want to be rude and interrupt this guy, so I'm going to shut up. And then both of them shut up at the same time. And so this is kind of why I'm bouncing around the way I am. Let me go back to Canada again. Sonny Salem, how about the pop for Sami Zayn? Have you ever seen a pop like that for anybody, including Bret Hart, in Canada?
No,
Me neither.
not at all. Bret Hart is close, but Sami Zayn was bigger by
Amazing.
far.
Amazing.
Well, I think having it in Montreal was a good choice. They're a big indie wrestling town, and they support the indie wrestling huge there. I mean, that's why you're seeing people like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out of there, because they have a great developmental program of their own down there. So it was the perfect choice for a crowd. And I mean, they're rowdy at hockey games, they're rowdy at everything, so you kind of knew they were going to support their homegrown and go with the ole, ole, ole. I mean, that's Canada, man, and they represented perfectly. It was amazing.
It was very cool, for sure. And I'll give you people props. I'll give credit where credit's due. They were hot. They were on fire.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, I'm still going to blame Canada, though. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
So, did anybody else? I can't remember who we picked last week. Who said Asuka was going to win the Elimination Chamber? Anybody? Lyndon? Of course you did. Go ahead and tell me why you're right. Why you were right. Why did they go with Asuka?
Because that title coming off Bianca at Mania.
You think Asuka's finally going to get the push that she should have got a couple years ago?
This ain't Oscar. This is Connor.
Oh bullshit! This you call her Barney Fife if you want to. That's Asuka, bro.
Bro. This is Connor.
Well, whatever.
I ain't ready for this version of it.
Well, I don't want you to get started on your indie darling bullshit. It's Asuka. That's who she is. That's who the majority knows her as. Yes, it's a different incarnation of Asuka, but it's still Asuka. It's Connie or whoever the hell you said she was. It's that character, obviously. But my question, Lyndon, is: do you think that they're finally going to give her the big push that she should have got a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm. Where they missed it by WrestleMania 34? Oh, definitely. This is
yeah.
it. Like, I love Bianca. I'm glad she's had the title reign she's had, but, you know, it makes sense. Like, come on.
Kenny Dunn thinks that we are going to have a Ric Flair moment at WrestleMania. He says that Sami and KO are going to win the tag titles at Mania. Then KO going to turn on him for the 100th time. Sami Zayn falls for it every time. Man, you cannot do that to Sami. This dude is at the lowest of lows right now. You cannot turn on him again. And he ain't going to have nothing left. He's going to be hanging out with Baron Corbin. Being all sad Sami then.
He's on a high right now, though, buddy.
Not right now.
He is, but I don't think we're going to have a payoff for it, Tommy, because
No.
Sami is going to be that fight from the bottom babyface, the Ricky Morton, if you will, and he's never going to get the adulation that he deserves, in my opinion, which is unfortunate because I don't know if you guys need to go back in the archives of the Royal Ramble, but I've been preaching about Sami for years. He's been my favorite dude in the WWE for at least 3 or 4 years, if not longer. And no, Sonny, it has nothing to do with him being a ginger.
No, it's because he's Canadian.
Is that what it is?
It is.
But I hate Bret Hart with a passion. How does that make sense?
I don't know.
Hey, Brett.
He's a dick. He's still whining about Bill Goldberg.
That's valid.
But I will say this. Brian Rezner, that used to be on the show, he brought this to my attention. I never thought about it until he said it. I've always disliked Bret. But then I look back at some of the matches in the 90s that I absolutely loved. Guess who was in them? Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Brett, Shawn Michaels, Brett, Kurt Hennig.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about me getting mad at Shawn Michaels? I can't remember why. I got mad at him. You know, Shawn Michaels was my dude growing up. Probably push comes to shove, he still may be my favorite wrestler of all time. But anyway, for whatever reason, I got mad at him. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, all right, screw him. I'm rocking with the Hart Foundation. Let's go, Bret Hart. I've had enough of this bullshit. It was around the same time Bret was talking about all the travesty of the American fans and they're disrespectful. And I'm like, yeah, Bret, screw them. They don't understand greatness, man. You the best, bro. You the man. And that lasted, the facade, if you will, lasted until Shawn Michaels super kicked Bret out of the wheelchair. I plumb lost my shit. I was like, get him, son. That's right. Kick him right in the face. So I did a turn on Bret Hart, if you will.
You did.
It was the lost my smile probably era.
It was a little bit after the lost my smile, but yeah, that kind of pissed me off too. But that was before I was smart to the business, though. So
Yeah.
that's back when I still believed. Lyndon, I'm gonna bounce over to you, my man. How did you feel about the Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley rubber match that did not get a finale? Do you think we're gonna get it again at Mania?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen at Mania. Let's be real here. You got Brock and Bobby. Somebody's got to come out over top as the winner. So
Yeah,
we'll
hold on, Landon. Kenny called me out. He said my Michael's fanboy showing. Let me put that away. Sorry, Kenny. Go ahead, Landon.
No, I mean, of course, you know, with the conclusion happened, of course the low blow was coming. I mean, who didn't see that coming? Obviously, but I mean, give him one more, and then just let that be it.
I'm still unsure how I feel about it because I clamored at the idea of Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for a long time before they finally give it to us. And we're not even that far in it, but I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a meh feeling to it. Like,
It might be the whole idea of having the two giants face each other. It's just boring. You know what I mean? I want to see Bobby Lashley and or Brock Lesnar beat the hell out of a Ricochet or a Rey Mysterio. Not each other. Oh, I hope Ben's right. Ben says we're getting a no DQ or a cage fight. I hope they put it in a cage. Give us a lines, Den. Come on, bro. Please, Mr. H. Please, Mr. H. Give us the lines, Den. You want to do one even better? Let's make it a shoot. Let's put Brock and Bobby in an octagon. Bring in UFC, sponsor the event. You talk about making money, son.
That would be
Well, I think that's where everything has kind of failed with this feud right now, is that it's just little short snippets. They're not giving us a lot, and we want to see them kind of go balls to the wall and rip each other apart. We're not getting it.
But like Ben said, Sonny, he does love seeing Brock decimate referees. Yeah, me too. That's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
The ref kind of had it coming though, did he not?
Oh, bullshit! Who was the Nick? Who did you think it was? Nick Patrick out there being a peckerhead? No, our referee didn't have it coming. Shut up, Lyndon.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Ben says that Brock would absolutely destroy Bobby in the octagon. Tommy, do you agree with that? You think so?
Oh, well, yeah.
Not if you work it. It could be a worksheet, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Bobby was good in the octagon, but he couldn't handle Brock.
Bobby never fought in the octagon. Bobby fought for pride or some shit. He never fought in the UFC.
Yeah, he fought for pride.
It's octagon though.
Do they call it the octagon?
Pride or Bellator? I think it was either.
Yeah, Bellator. Maybe it's both. Yeah. But either way, he was never UFC material. So yeah, I agree. He would get his ass whooped.
Yeah, I agree. He never was UFC material, but yeah, Bellator, they fight in octagon too. I know my grandmother watches it all the time, so I know. Yeah.
Kenny Dunn's trying to kill somebody. He says He wants Lashley and Lesnar in Hell in a Cell.
They're setting that up for somebody else. The Hell in a Cell.
Since we're there, let's go ahead and talk about the Bull Nakano paying tribute by Beth Phoenix. That was kind of cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I loved it. There was a lot of great tributes this weekend. Let me tell you.
What other tributes did we have, Lyndon?
The other tribute came from
Tenacious
Battle
D?
of the Valley. No.
Oh.
New Japan, strong Battle on the Valley. Mercedes paid tribute to Hana Kimura.
I don't even know who the hell that is, so quit talking dumb shit. Hannah
Hannah
Montana, is that what you said?
Hana Kimura.
What'd you say, Tommy?
We talked about her last season, last couple of seasons, the Kimura girl.
I thought that was the girl that... I don't know.
She's one that committed suicide because of they making fun of her wardrobe.
She did what, Tommy?
Committed
She
suicide.
committed suicide because somebody's making fun of her wardrobe.
Okay, I do remember her now.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was only
Yeah.
21.
2021, yeah, she's not old at all, yeah.
Yeah. So Mercedes paid tribute with the gear, which was absolutely awesome and loved.
I can't call her Mercedes. She's more like a Pinto to me. She no damn Mercedes. Maybe a Chevette. Maybe. I do too. It looks ridiculous. Look, she looked like she stole that from like some kind of anime or something. I don't like it.
Probably did.
Well, Mercedes is his first name, Monet. I don't know. I'm like, really? Money? On it? Really? Come on.
Her name should have just been Monet. That should have been it. Just Monet.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Kenny Dunn says, "Look at Lyndon being the Meltzer of the Ramble." Oh yeah, that's what he do. Lyndon Meltzer. He gets that nickname honest.
Kenny. Hey, Kenny, let me tell you something. I never really missed you, dude, so that's okay.
It's like, Kenny. Hell with him, Kenny. I missed you. Ben says they protected Beth Phoenix really well in that match. Edge, Finn, and Mommy helped her through that perfectly. Beth Phoenix is great. I mean,
Yeah.
she is probably one of my favorite divas. And yes, I'm calling a woman wrestler a diva because that's what they are. She's one of the best divas ever, in my opinion. She's probably in my top 10. She's pretty awesome.
And now she has competition. Because in
Right.
her era, she really didn't. So
yeah, she had.
it's
She,
cool
she
to
had.
see her come out.
Yeah, she had a bunch of eye candy back then. Now she's got people to work with. It's nice to see.
Exactly.
That's very true. And Rhea was the perfect start for that.
Hey, Lyndon, just so you know, Kenny says the feeling's mutual.
It's all love, Kenny. All love. Love you too.
Wow. I feel love here at the Royal Ramble, baby. Woo!
We need to get Bruce Pritchard to sponsor the show. Get him to hit us with a "I love the Royal Ramble." Let's see what else happened over the weekend. I heard CM Punk was at that New Japan show. Did you guys see that?
He was.
Bailey.
That was
Bailey
weird
was up
seeing
in
Bailey
that
there. I mean, it's like I don't know, Triple H. I just love how he's handling things. How he's handling the what's the word I'm looking for? The human resources aspect of the WWE. You know, he let Nakamura go and wrestle. Who was it, the Great Muta? Is that who he wrestled?
Yeah. Let him wrestle Muta.
That's amazing. You never would have heard anything of Vince McMahon doing that. I mean, not recently anyway.
No.
For sure.
No.
But Bailey,
Muta and then,
Bailey, that best friend.
yeah. Well, I mean, she was at Wrestle Kingdom when Mercedes debuted at Wrestle Kingdom.
So was Naomi. Naomi was there too.
Oh yeah, that's right, Naomi.
Does anybody care about Naomi at this point? Because I could give two shits.
I never was a fan of her for some reason.
I see her and Cameron working the Funkadactyl gimmick on the independents within the next 5 years. Nobody gives a shit about her. I think her name was Cameron, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Cameron.
Yeah, she was hot. I'm gonna get all excited. I better calm down over here.
She one gave the attitude to Sid though when Sid was there for like one of the old timers things.
That's because she's mad because he was trying to play softball with her. She wouldn't want to play no damn softball.
Let's play softball with him. He comes to play softball with us, can't he, John?
Hell yeah, he can. Come on, Sid. Coming up to the plate next, Sid Udy. I'll bat him cleanup. I don't give a shit. If everybody's got a problem with it, we'll powerbomb their ass.
That's right.
Lyndon, I'm sure you watched the New Japan show. Other than Monet and was there anything relevant that I would find interesting from that show?
Honestly, I would say the only other interesting match on that card was Eddie Kingston versus Jay White.
Yeah, Jay White, that's an interesting name I've been seeing pop up. The word on the street is that he's going to make his way to the WWE.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And see, that's actually, I mean, obviously I don't know the ins and outs because I'm not in either one of the companies, but word on the street is you may still have the option of AEW or WWE, but AEW is falling fast, and if you want to thrive in the business, you better go to the WWE.
Right. You've heard Mike Tyson's comment here lately, haven't you?
What did he say about something?
He said that he'd rather work for the WWE than go to AEW, even though AEW pays more.
No shit.
That's exactly the words coming out of his mouth.
You can't bite the hand that feeds you, Mike. What the hell are you doing, son?
He bought the ear, bit the ear off, but he could bite the hand.
No, the hand got gloves. Hand got gloves on it.
He got gloves on.
Yeah, he got gloves on the hand. I'm gonna go back up here in the chat. Kenny Dunn said it's gonna be great when Roman wins at Mania, and then the Raw after he says there's nobody left to beat him, and Cult of Personality starts playing. I will mark the fuck out if that happens, bro. I don't think it will, but I would mark the fuck out.
If that happens, that's...
If they do that, I said do. If they do that, they'd be a damn fool to put the belt on Punk, in my opinion. And Triple H don't like him anyway, so I'd be surprised if he even ever comes back. And I never thought I'd say that, but I don't think I want him to come back. As toxic as he appears to be, I mean, I still can't get over the way he acted at that press conference. I'm not talking about the fight in the back. Cool, you want to fight in the back? Beat the hell out of each other. As a entertainer in the wrestling business, you do not go out in front of people and shoot the way you did. That was so disrespectful to the business, to everybody that's come before you. I still had some respect for CM Punk until that point happened. When that happened, I was like, fuck you, Phil, I'm done with you.
And do it with the owner sitting right next to you.
Yeah, what the hell, bro? I mean, it's not like this is your first dance. You're a greenhorn. You've been doing this for how long?
But it's Tony Khan's fault.
It is. You're right, Sonny. It's Tony Khan's fault.
I was about to say, does nobody want to blame Tony Khan?
Oh, it's Tony Khan's fault. He's been playing promoter for years, and it's catching up with him.
Yeah.
He can't manage. Like, he doesn't have the ability, it seems, and it's translating onto the screen, and it's unfortunate.
Ben Cliff says that he gives zero shits about Phil Brooks and has it for a long time. I'm with you, bro. Kitty Dunn says that it was the AEW version of the pipe bomb. Huh? Maybe so, but the pipe bomb was a work, brother. I think, maybe. I don't know. But either way. Guys, we're going to go pay some bills. We're going to come back. We still got more wrestling to talk about. WrestleMania is right around the corner. My birthday. That's how I always remember what year the WrestleMania is because I've been around as long as WrestleMania has. So my 39th birthday is coming up. So I gotta tell everybody what I want for my birthday. So yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Come on down to the Mad Hatter Club here in Beckley, West Virginia. Plenty of drinks to choose from, plenty of TVs to watch the games on. We have so much going on down here. As you can see, we like to party, so come on down and join us. You think you got skills on the pool table? Come on down and show us what you got. We have live music, we have karaoke, we got everything that you need to have a good time here at the Mad Hatter Club in Beckley, West Virginia. You can't find a bar that feels like home? Well, we got you. Come see us. Because you know what? We're all mad here. So come on down and join us at the Mad Hatter Club, 410 2nd Street, 252-7262.
Gavin Ward can take care of your real estate needs, including loan closings, title searches, and deed preparation. Gavin also specializes in landlord-tenant matters and estate planning. Josh Miller has the experience and skills needed to handle your personal injury or wrongful death case, including car, truck, and motorcycle accidents. He will fight for you. If you're in debt and considering bankruptcy, Gavin and Josh will guide you through the bankruptcy process. 2 lawyers, 1 office for all your legal needs. Gavin Ward and Josh Miller. Call us today.
All right, we
No,
are back.
yeah.
Oh, shit, where's Sonny? Oh,
We
gosh.
scared off Sonny.
Sonny.
I was going to ask you,
There she is.
have you bought the Mad Hatter Club yet?
In the process, I'm having, thinking about it. Kenny Dunn says, are we not going to talk about Helwani saying that Khan is a snowman? Who the hell is Helwani?
Ariel Helwani.
Okay, Lyndon, help us out. Who the hell is that, and what the hell is she talking about?
He does the interviews and stuff like that.
Oh, so he's the media guy.
Oh, is that guy that was on there before in the pre-show?
He
Yeah.
has,
Yeah.
he's a combat sports journalist. So he does UFC mostly, but he does wrestling too.
Okay, so we've established
But
who the
he's
guy
from
is.
Montreal.
Okay, so we've established who he
did
is.
interview-
Hang on, Tommy. We've established who the guy is. What did he say about
Right.
Tony Khan? Somebody help me out. Nobody?
I really don't remember what he said.
Well, obviously, Kenny Meltzer said that he called him the snowman, so I don't know.
Yeah. So my understanding is that Tony Khan is upset that he went on WWE TV and now he's calling him unbiased or a biased, and he can't be unbiased, and he's taking it as a personal insult that he was there at the
Are we talking about how Helwani is taking it as Tony Khan being...
Tony Khan is taking it as an insult that Helwani was at the event for WWE. And he started criticizing him, and that's when Helwani came back and said, have fun with that, snowman, because...
So I
joke.
guess he is, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's essentially calling Tony Khan a cokehead. Is that what's going on here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Obviously he is. I mean, the dude's, every time you see him on TV, his eyes are like this.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Hawaii. He talked to Sami Zayn not too long ago. I've seen him do interviews with MJF. I mean, he gets good interviews and that last about an hour, hour and a half, and they're pretty entertaining.
Yeah, piss on you, Tony Khan. I've noticed anybody that says anything negative about AEW, Tony Khan has talked shit. Looks like Eric Bischoff, for example. Eric Bischoff was just trying to give some pointers so what happened to WCW don't happen in AEW, which that looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. And Tony Khan just plumb turned on Bischoff, and Bischoff's like, all right, fuck you then, pal. If that's how you're going to be, that's how we're going to be.
Yeah. What
Don't
happens
he
in
look?
the come up that $9 billion to buy WWE?
I don't know what you said, Tommy. Say it again.
I said, what's going to happen when the cons come up with that $9 billion to buy WWE?
Oh,
They won't. They won't. Saudi Arabia will get a hold of that before the cons do.
well, let's not talk in hypotheticals because I don't want to think about a day where my my wrestling company is owned by Saudi Arabians. That is very bothersome to me because, for one, bye bye Sami Zayn.
Yeah, you won't ever see him in Saudi. Nope.
I wonder if I wonder if El Generico would work in Saudi. Hmm,
Not so much.
interesting. Let's see what else happened this week or the last couple of weeks since we haven't been here that really deserves to be spoken about. I don't know, man. In WrestleMania, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's got a lot of good matches.
That
It's
are
got a lot of good matches that's going to be coming. We talked about the fact that they don't need Stone Cold. They don't need The Rock. Now, if they show up, I'm here for it. You know, let's do a thing like we did there a while back. Bring them out, have it drop a rock bottom and a stunner, and go on about your way. But for God's sakes, don't give us another Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon match because that was disgusting last year.
I mean, I don't know because after Elimination Chamber, I kind of feel like because I think we can all agree like Sammy is over with the fans like 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
After that match with Roman, like you really can't put this dude in a tag match to win a tag title.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No, you
Yes, you can. It's writing itself. I talked shit about it earlier, but it's writing itself. Sammy, Kevin Owens win the tag belts. KO finally gets mad
understand
because
that.
Sami Zayn is getting all this love from the fans, and Kevin Owens is madder and shit because he don't get all the love. Sami Zayn's getting the love. It's right itself, bro. There's so much history
No,
there. I mean, why not? What are you going to do
dude.
with him then,
After
Lyndon? What are you going to do with him? You can't have him beat Roman for the title. That's preposterous. What are you going to do with him?
why wouldn't you have him beat Roman for the title?
Because
You haven't
I
beat
think they
Rhodes.
should do a 1-2 attack, and I think it should be Sami Zayn one night, Cody Rhodes the other night,
Cody
split the
Zayn,
belts up, and I mean
exactly.
have Roman keep his record intact and go about your business.
Because
okay,
after
hang on,
that,
Lennon, hang on, Lennon. I got to catch up with Sonny here. She's thinking faster than I can think. So you're saying you want to have versus Cody Rhodes one night versus Sami Zayn another night, and have
Yeah.
Roman win both nights?
No, lose both nights and keep
Well,
his
how's he going to
record
keep his
intact.
record intact? He ain't going to keep his
No,
record
like I mean,
intact.
no one else will be able to go towards that because the belts will be split. There's no more universal title,
Oh,
exactly.
and then
So his
still
the
record
only
is
way,
going.
the only way I'm here for that is if Roman wins both nights.
Roman's not winning both nights. What are you
Roman's
talking
gonna win.
about?
He's gonna keep a title for
Oh,
1,500
shut up!
years.
He's not keeping the
He's
title.
keeping the
Shut
titles.
up.
Ain't nobody out there
Shut
gonna
up.
take it from Roman. You acknowledge your tribal chief, young man. Do you hear me?
No, I'm good on that. Thank you very much. Um,
If Mike Wills was here, he'd agree with me.
Roman ain't got nothing left to prove. The man done has had a dang on 3 straight years of being on top.
No,
What else
look,
this man need to prove?
look. If it was me with,
Besides, he can't beat. Besides him not being able to beat Seth 1-on-1 in a match. But I mean,
if it was me with a pencil, what I would do, since you asked, what I would
no.
do is I would continue the reluctance of Jimmy helping the bloodline, and I would have Jimmy be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns. Obviously, Jimmy's not there yet, but the dude's good. Nothing against Jay. Jay's good too, but
you mean Jay, right?
I
Nah,
make
Jay Jay dethroning Roman, if anybody, not Jimmy.
I may be confused with the
Jimmy,
names. The one that was
Yeah.
siding with Sami Zayn. Who's that, Jay or Jimmy?
Jay, that was Jay.
Well, see,
Jimmy just instantly turned into Roman's bitch.
okay, so what I just done is I just proved why you don't put the title on him, because I don't even know his
Right.
fucking name. As you were.
But,
That's got to be
yeah.
hard as a twin, like to try to market yourself
which-
when you look
which one are
exactly
you?
like someone else.
So are you the one that drinks a lot and drives, or are you the other one?
They both
that's
do.
both
Ha.
of them.
But I mean, honestly, realistically, if not Sammy, if not Cody, then who? I mean, there's really no other. I mean, really, there's not anybody else on that level right now in the WWE. Now, I heard Randy Orton has been training. He might be coming back soon. I would love to see another Randy Orton title run. I love Randy Orton. Do I think we'll get that? Probably not. But I would put him up there. Cody, obviously. I think it's going to be Cody, as much as I don't want it to be Cody, because I'm not a big Cody guy. But Ben Cliff says Gunther. I don't think so, Tim.
I mean, Gunther and Brock would be a good match, but no.
I don't think it would be, man. I think it's going to be kind of Bobby Lashley Brock type deal. I don't want to see big on big. Do you really want to see somebody manhandle Gunther? Because I don't. If you do that, you're going to ruin him.
I
All right,
mean,
so
Gunther
that
just
was
got.
Go ahead, Tommy.
that was one thing I think we all forgot to mention 2 weeks ago when we talked about the Royal Rumble was how good Gunther was.
Well, you say that we forgot to mention it, but did we forget to mention it, or did we just not give a shit deep down, Tommy?
Probably both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Ben says, I don't think so either, but I do love me some Gunther. I like him too, man.
Yeah.
And he is the perfect anti-American heel. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, didn't buy it. I would absolutely love to see Wade Barrett come out of retirement and team up with Gunther. Wade Barrett on the mic with Gunther on the same team. You talk about a badass tag team. But unfortunately, I've got some bad news because it's probably not going to happen.
I mean, but literally, that man Gunther though is just. I mean,
What's his tag team's name? Imperium?
Imperium.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like that match with.
Hold on a second. I meant to mention this a couple weeks ago and I forgot, Lyndon. I got to put it out there before I forget. Okay, so the guy with the clean cut hair, what's his name? Got the Alex Wright hair going on.
That
Imperium?
would be Ludwig,
Well, whatever.
and the other one.
Whatever.
Lonnie.
Nobody told me that Squeak from basketball was going to grow up and become a professional wrestler. But that's great to see him living his dream. Go ahead, Lyndon, as you were.
Well, no, I was just.
You see it now, don't you, Tommy? You'll never unsee it.
No, you're right.
Well, because if we go back to Clash at the Castle and that match between Gunther and Sheamus, I mean, good lord, was that not a hard-hitting match?
Maybe he's fighting. Kenny says the only thing that Gunther has is those badass chops. Yeah, but they are some badass chops, bro.
Would you want to be on the receiving end of them chops?
Hell yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah.
I would be honored to take a Gunther chop. Would I do it just for fun? No, but if you want to record it, sure, we'll do it.
As long as it's got pork in front of it, I'm all right.
Tommy, Jeff says you don't give a shit about anything but yourself. I'm going to side with Baker.
He just now showing up. Where you been?
Well, he had to finish his KFC before he called in.
Shoot, KFC, man, he got the grooming the Wild Bill's beard for him.
Yeah, I don't know what you
Yeah.
said. I don't know what you said there, cornbread, but okay. I don't pop myself, Tommy. Let's see. Let's move along here. Let's see what else we want to talk about. Anything else from the chamber really stood out in your guys' minds? Because I'm not thinking of anything that really grabbed me by the cojones. Rollins and
Uh,
Logan Paul. We'd seen that coming.
yeah, that was already kind of
That-
there.
That's going to steal the show at Mania. You watch. That's going to be amazing.
yeah.
Like we said, Seth is Teflon.
Kenny Dunn. As soon as I started talking about him, he talking shit. He said it sucks that Rollins' WrestleMania opponent is going to be that Paul guy. The Paul guy is great. And I'm going to say the same thing to you, Kenny. I said to these other hoorahs back when Bad Bunny was doing his thing. Paul's not for you, bro. Do you have any idea how many people love that guy outside of wrestling that he's going to bring to professional wrestling and get to see their guy, Logan Paul, versus who's this Seth Rollins guy? At the end of the night, they're going to be a Seth Rollins guy too because they're going to be like, damn, this guy puts on a hell of a show. Did you see him? He jump off an angle. He did a frog splash, and man, this dude's amazing. You need to check him out. But yeah. Ben Cliff says, love a basketball comment, JC. Victoria Silvette's Playmate of the Year. Basketball. Heard your mother's going out with squeak. Yeah, it was a classic movie, man. Still wasn't as good as Orgasmo, but it was good. Are you familiar, Tommy, with Orgasmo?
No, I'm not. I
Sonny?
just remember.
Sonny, are you familiar with Orgasmo?
I am.
And Choto Boy! Lyndon, are you familiar?
Oh,
Well, you guys over on the left side of the screen, y'all gonna be lame. Me and Sonny gonna be cool over here.
I hear you.
You hear me? Jeff says, "Where have I been? Top guys don't gotta show up till after the jobbers are done." Tell him he's
Yeah.
wrong, Tommy. Tell him he's wrong. You're not gonna do it.
He's right just a little bit, but I don't see no jobbers on this screen.
I
Only
see.
jobbers want to be the keyboard warrior out there.
Ben Cliff says Liv Morgan's Sunset Flip Powerbomb was cool, as was her attire. Yep. But unfortunately, she is never going to be known for her wrestling, even though it's halfway decent. Everybody just want to look at her.
terrible.
Yeah, she has moments, Sonny, where I'm like, okay, cool. But most of the time, just like any other women's wrestler, I'm like, yeah, this sucks.
It does. It really, truly does.
I
That
tried.
match was
It was
really
it was a fuster cluck, if you will.
Cluster.
I'm trying to be nice over here, Lyndon. I done dropped like 3 F-bombs. I'm trying to be good.
Oh, now you're trying to be good.
I got Ben Cliff popping in the chat too, Sonny. He's with us.
Oh boy.
Kitty Does says Rollins is this generation's heartbreak kid. I don't think he's quite on Shawn Michaels' level, but he's good.
He's
Well,
good,
maybe
yeah.
he might be. I don't know. That's a good comparison. Michael Lee
That-
Wills in
yeah.
the chat says the ones that do show up are the real top guys. Jeff Baker. What the hell are you talking about, Mike? You didn't even show up. He's over talking shit. Golly. Yeah, Jeff. You want to be a
Yeah,
jobber,
yeah.
be like Mike and not show up. That's hilarious.
Hey, I'd like to see Jeff show up one time on this thing again. Yeah.
I done told you, Tommy. You thought I was bullshitting you, but I don't know when. I don't know where yet. But me and Jeff Baker are going to find you in person. We're not going to do it on the chat. We're not going to do it on the stream. We're coming to find you in person. We're going to kick your ass, and we're going to take your title, pal. The disrespect,
Hey, all the time.
the disrespect that you shown my man Jeff Baker is unacceptable. And you gonna get them you gonna get them feathers plucked, old bud. Don't know when, but it's coming.
Shoot. It's all right. He's still checking. Shoot, he's still hiding from 2018.
He got injured, pal.
Yeah, that's his story.
Well, anyway, Ben Cliff said he's a pervert, Sonny. He don't care about
Yeah,
the
I
women's
saw that.
wrestling
That's
ability.
great.
And most male, female wrestling fans are perverts. They just won't admit it. They don't give a shit about the women's wrestling.
It's pretty terrible as a whole. There's a few standout people, but as a whole, it's
Hey,
pretty much.
the judge is sending aloe vera for that burn. That's funny. Ben says, like soft porn, mate. That has been an issue for years in professional wrestling because the women's revolution, if you will, they want to feel like they are equal. And they are to an extent, but at the same time, they're always going to be eye candy. Yeah, you got your chicks that tune in to see the guy's muscles and see his crotch in his underwear, but
That's Mandy Rose.
the amount of men that watch the women wrestling that are sitting at home playing with their dongle is insane, and that's all it's ever going to be. Any viewers you get, you might have 20%, 30% that are actually there watching the wrestling. The Dave Meltzers of the world, if you will, that want to say, "Oh, this is great, this is amazing," but sorry, women's wrestling is just not up to par. And I take it to a genetics standpoint. It's not because you're a female and I'm a male. It is known, and it's a fact that that men's bodies are more athletic and more. What's the word I'm looking for here? They're more. I'm gonna get us canceled here, guys. They're like, that Covey Cole hates women. It's more entertaining. They're not as athletic as men are. Push comes to shove. Their bodies.
It's the testosterone stuff.
Well, you can talk to Jordan Grace about testosterone, and that girl's jacked the fuck up.
Yeah, she is. Yes, she is. I remember when she's a chubby little thing working for Queens of Combat.
I liked her when she's a chubby little thing. She's disgusts me now. Afraid she kicked my ass.
Yeah.
But see, they're few and far between. And I think they assume that they should get equal TV time, and it drags the programs right down.
It does.
I mean, you have
because
to
it's
stand
not
out.
good.
No, it's not. So just keep your standouts on, like your Becky's, your Charlotte's, whoever, but you don't need equal TV time. It's too much.
Ben Cliff and Kenny Dunn's getting all chubbed up in the chat. I got them going over
And the one prime example was the one that we brought up earlier that was teaming with Mercedes.
You mean Pinto?
Yeah.
Who was teaming with her?
Oh,
Naomi?
Naomi, yeah.
Yeah,
You mean Cameron or Naomi?
Was
yeah,
it
you just
Naomi?
confused. Ben Cliff says JCC upsetting the whole LGBTQ community. I am not. Yeah, I'm not going to go down that road, Ben. We're going to keep moving. You're trying to set me up. I see what you're doing over there.
He trying to make you get got.
He's trying to make me get got, Leonard. You damn right. That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's looking for a soundbite. He's going to send us to Dave Meltzer. You know what that Covey Cole said?
He trying to make you get got. And you like, nope.
Not today.
No, be on the sheets.
Is there anything else prevalent you guys want to discuss?
I'm just really sick and tired of John Moxley and the Hangman.
Moxley, he's been off my radar for a while.
Right?
The worst thing that guy ever did, and I hate to say it, the worst thing he did was leave the WWE. They gave him too much freedom, and he started doing things his way. And I'm sorry, at the end of the day, John Moxley is just a glorified backyard wrestler. Is all he is. He should have stayed with the Dean Ambrose character with the WWE. He'd be a lot better off.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at him and he bleeds. It's terrible.
Right?
And you see him bleed, and that's even worse.
What the hell, Kenny? Just act like he didn't jerk the China's Playboy pics back in the day. I never said I didn't, pal. Never said I didn't.
Probably did more disables than he did China's. But
Actually, I had the Shawn Michaels Playgirl edition. That was my favorite. There you go, Kenny. You've been waiting on that one. What was we talking about before they started getting all shoved up in the chat again, Sonny? What was we talking about?
Dean Ambrose.
Oh, yeah, Ambrose. Lyndon, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I wasn't going to really mention Mox because he's man. I was going to mention more Jade, but you know.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you then. Tommy, how do you feel about John Moxley? Are you with me and Sonny, or do you feel like Moxley's all right?
No, I'm with you. I thought he was better managed at WWE.
I think a prime
And
example as
he's,
to why you can take to the bank what I said about John Moxley is William Regal. William Regal's like, nope, fuck this, I'm out of here, bro. But
Wasn't even 6 months.
no, he was 3 or 4 months maybe, and it was a damn shame because that stable could have been phenomenal. They could have put Willer Yuta to the moon, but they nothing. They ruined it. But you had John Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose. You had Daniel Bryan Danielson, William Regal, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. William Regal is probably one of the best heels of all time. And then you had this up and comer Willer Yuta. That's say it 3 times fast. But yeah, they ruined it. Just like AEW has done with everything. And it makes me sick to my stomach because when this company first started, I was like, hell yeah, we got an alternative. Love what you're doing. I think it went downhill when their barbed wire didn't explode. I think that's when it started going downhill.
You're exactly right.
You're not just thinking that, are you?
No, I've thought that for a long time, Lyndon. I'm just now speaking it out loud.
I mean, it was quite obvious the whole fireworks and explosion just failed, but they don't try to talk about that.
Yeah, we just act like that didn't happen. They said it wouldn't be bad if Moxley and every other wrestler at AEW didn't blade right in front of the camera. You're right, Kenny. That's what we was just talking about.
That's one of the cameras.
No, it's not the cameras. It's the production team, right, Tommy? The production guy in the back running the switcher. That's who's to blame. It ain't the cameraman.
You know what? It's so hard.
Hold on, let's talk to Tommy. He's a professional cameraman. Let's see what he's got to say about it.
It's so hard to try to hide a blade job. Well, I had to edit a match with the guy. Honest to God, he was sitting there and he was getting hit with a barbed wire bat, and the barbed wire was gimmick, and he hit it, and he had the blade, and he's going like this to himself. Right in front of both cameras, in front of the hard cam. It's so doggone hard to try to edit that around that when you got a guy that's blatantly doing it right in front of you.
All right. All right. For all you ramblers out there wondering what Cornbread just said, he said.
For the people in the back that didn't understand.
For the people in the back that didn't understand Cornbread. You're right though, Tommy. I mean, it's bad.
It's hard. I had to spend. It was a 20-minute match, and I had to spend 3 hours on trying to look at different angles on how to hide it when I was editing it.
Ben Cliff said he wanted to give a shout out to Abyss. He was the creative genius behind the men's U.S. title chamber match. Glad Triple H is trusting his staff. Me too. Yeah. Before we get out of here, Lyndon, I know you just want to talk about Jade a little bit. Go ahead, buddy. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm kind of over her having that title now. I've kind of been over her still being champion at like her 47th win, I think.
But
And
why?
so her,
But why?
it's become
If not
stale.
her,
It's
who?
just honestly, I think Statlander whenever she comes back from injury.
That girl can't stay healthy, man. You gonna trust her with the belt?
Yeah, but Jay wants to compete for the AEW World Title, which I agree
Hold on
she
a second.
should.
Time out. What?
Uh,
She wants to compete for the AEW World Title, the men's world title, or the women's world
No,
title?
women's
Well,
title.
you got to
She wants to fight
specify, pal.
Jamie. My bad. She wants to take on Jamie Hayter and all the other ones.
So she's
And I
trying.
don't.
She's wanting to rush her ascension, is what you're saying?
Basically,
See, they don't need to do that. They don't. That's what they did to Bill Goldberg. You see how that worked out?
I'm like, I mean, what? She's 53 and up. I'm like, it's so stale. Like, there's nothing. I mean, come on.
They need to have somebody come here and kick her ass. She needs to lose. The undefeated streaks are. I mean, that's the problem with the Fiend character with Bray Wyatt. I talked about this on the show a couple weeks ago. It's cool. It's fun. The problem is it does nothing for nobody else. All it does is put yourself over. And at the end of the day, last time I checked, wrestling's all about giving. It's all about for you, for me. I'll work with you, do this for you, do this for me. But when you got these undefeated streaks and or the Fiend, it's all coming right back to you. It's all for nothing. You're killing your other talent, putting yourself over like that. In my opinion, you know who I'd like to see come in and beat Jade is what's this UFC chick? Sexy as hell. Um, Van Zant. I'd like to see her come in and beat Jade. Paige, yeah.
Grant, yeah.
And then after she gets done, she can bring her title over to my house and hop in my hot tub, and we have some of the bubbly.
Of course. There it is.
He said, "There it is." All right, guys, we're gonna have to get out of here. Next week we won't be here because we're doing every 2 weeks. Next week or in 2 weeks we'll be back on our Tuesday time slot. So we will be back on March 7th. Given the world don't end by then, and the way these Americans are always starting shit with other countries, it may happen. You never know. But anyway, before we go, Lyndon, you got any final thoughts, my man?
No final thoughts. Just much of looking forward to this WrestleMania building season.
We got some haters in the chat. Kenny Dunn said no pros and cons anymore. This format is bullshit. I kind of tried. I was trying to make it more of an actual ramble, Kenny, where there's no rhyme or reason. It's just us rambling. Maybe I'll go back to the pros and cons. Maybe I'll do a census amongst the Ramble fans and see what y'all like better. I wanted to try it on. You've made your voice heard. I apologize. Yeah. Sonny, you got any final thoughts?
I agree with Ben in the chat that Impact does have the best women's wrestlers. Besides that,
They look like
I'm excited
men.
for Pardon?
They look like men.
Just the one.
They kick ass. I mean, they're better than the other rosters for sure. But anyways, I'm excited for Raw tonight. It's in Ottawa, so again, we're still in Canada.
Is that
So I'm
closer?
excited for
Is that
that.
closer to you?
Yeah, but only by like an hour or two, not much. But
So
I
you're
guess we're
you're
kicking
the
it
part
off.
of Canada that they don't come to, then, huh?
Absolutely, I'm from the isolated part.
BFE, as us cornbread people like to call it, right, Tommy?
Bum bum.
Exactly.
Hey,
Gotcha.
I've been in a BFE town before. Good old Glenville, West Virginia.
There's a lot of BFEs in West Virginia.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
there
nothing like
is.
Glenville.
And believe me, I had to play a little league game at one. I think it is the home of the Rocket Boys. They only had 16 kids, and they said, "Hey Roscoe, you're going to be pitching to the kids." I said, which team?" They said both. They only got 8 apiece. So I was out there pitching to these kids. I beamed a girl, gave up about 26 triples. It was fun.
For the kids.
It's all for the kids. Tommy trying to take the damn kids out. Tommy, you psychotic pitcher champion. You got any final thoughts?
You try to pitch with a rooster head on. But anyway.
Oh, you had to pitch with the gimmick on?
I had to pitch with the gimmick on, yeah.
You can't pitch when you ain't got the gimmick on. What the hell?
Right. So, happy to be here. Jeff Baker's still in there. I love y'all. Except for Jeff Baker.
Yeah. I don't know what you got hate for Jeff Baker for. It's a well-rounded member of society that you need to stop being.
Yeah, he's well-rounded, all right. All that damn KFC's been eating. He's well-rounded, yeah.
Ben Cliff says, quick one. Anyone being announced for the Hall of Fame yet? I haven't heard anybody. But until they get an actual physical Hall of Fame, I don't even give a shit anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy's on.
Yep. Chris is letting us know. She said, Sammy. It's all the time we got for today, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks on Tuesday, March 7th. Maybe Mike will be back from his excursion. Who knows? For Lyndon Childers, Sonny Salem, your Royal Ramble champion, Tommy Thomas, and I am John Kevin Cole, guys. Until next time, ramble on.
Ramble on.